Alright. Yo, what is up, everyone? It's your boy, Young Obed, and we're here with that Q&A video that I promised you last week. So, if you don't know, this Q&A video is for 3 years of making music, especially over on mostly over on SoundCloud, because that's where I got my start. Making music over on SoundCloud, you know? December 2nd, 2017. GarageBand on my iPhone. That's all I really use. And I guess I had an older iPad too that I use it on too. But I didn't really know what I was doing back then. I just kind of put stuff down and called it music, you know? But I didn't know that, like, if you would have told me that I would have still been doing this 3 years later with an active following, and you know, we still seem to be growing together and getting closer to each other and meeting new people, you know, just me meeting new people and having all these memories and interactions that will be with me for a lifetime. Like, I would have told you no. Just no. But here we are. And without further ado, I want to just go ahead and get straight into the questions. So let's do this. At Knight _ on Instagram. He's a homie also. Please go follow him. He makes awesome music. What do you do when you are low on inspiration? Is there an OST that keeps you inspired? Yeah, so when I'm low on inspiration, I usually listen to other video game music. I'll also listen to different genres as well, because I feel like listening to different genres could, I feel, for me at least, it could be different for you or for anyone else out there that makes music, but I feel that when I listen to a different genre of music, I can get insight on something that maybe I wanted to try to do. You know, I could, you know, find a different way to articulate what I'm trying to do, especially when it comes to music, and music being as broad and open and free as it is. You know, of course I'll take the opportunity to listen to other music and see if I can get inspiration from that. If you listen to my music, you'll notice that I have a lot of, like, I love bass lines. I try to keep the bass as energetic as possible without it overshadowing the main melodies in my songs. But I just love having sometimes funky bass lines, or just bass lines that kind of make you groove a bit, you know? And I think that a lot of that comes from me listening to rock, because a lot of rock can have some awesome bass lines. So yeah, that's usually what I do when I'm not feeling inspired, and that's been happening a lot this year alone, let's be honest. So on Instagram, another question: is your name Young Obed because you ain't got no bed? That's an inside joke. We'll leave it at that. At Kadzenia on Twitter. What got you wanting to make music? Also, congrats on to another year of good stuff. I appreciate the answer, Kadzenia. If you would be so kind, everyone, go follow Kadzenia over on Twitter and Twitch. He streams. He's a content creator, one of my closest friends. Go check him out. What got me into wanting to make music? Well, ever since I've been a kid, as far back as I can remember, I've always loved listening to music. And my dad, when I was younger, had me on all sorts of the music that he grew up with, whether it be from artists like Earth, Wind and Fire, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Bill Withers, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, a little bit of Guns N' Roses and AC/DC, the Temptations, the Eagles, just to name a few off the top of my head. And I remember having those good memories, you know, from listening to music, singing in the car along with my dad or with my mom or whoever. And I wanted to be able to do the same thing as I wanted to feel the same. Like, the way I feel about listening to music is the way I want to make other people feel. You know, I want them to feel happy, or to maybe find some sort of escape by listening to my music, which music can do. So, you know, I would say that's why I want to make music. It's just to make people happy, and also because I just love doing it. It's fun. I appreciate you. Yeah, I hope we get another good year of good stuff as well. At Oathkeeper94 over on Twitter asks, what instruments do you play? Vocal cords count. I play the electric and acoustic guitar mainly. I do some singing. I can't speak. I do some singing. I'm not the best singer. I'm gonna, you know, keep it 100 with you. I'm not the best singer at all. But I do like to sing, and I'm trying to improve. And I would say I'm pretty self-aware when if I'm singing and it sounds bad. So at least there's that, because some people don't know when they might not be hitting the right note, and it's always good to either have someone who's willing to critique you constructively, or just to and also be self-aware of the fact that you're not just going to be the best singer because you love doing it. It does take practice, and it does take a lot of work to perfect. And even if you feel like you've perfected it, you can probably still push yourself leaps and bounds beyond what you think you can do. I also play a little bass because it's not too different from guitar, but since I don't have a bass, I haven't really been able to practice that, because I did most of my learning with instruments in high school. I had a guitar class, which is where I learned guitar, and I had rock band class, which is where I reinforced my guitar skills, but I also did bass, drums, and keys. And in order of what I can probably play the best, I would say guitar, bass, and then far down drums, keys. I say far down because I don't have a drum set to practice with, and my sister has a piano or keyboard that I can practice with. I don't have the patience to do that because I'm not good with keys, and that would take time. I still need to play more guitar. I've been doing this for almost 4 years, and I should be further along, but I haven't been consistent with it at all. But thanks for that question. That was good. At Super Mothballer says, do you like walnuts? Oh yeah, walnuts are pretty good. I guess my favorite type of peanuts would be like, I like cashews. Cashews are pretty good. Almonds are pretty good. Just to name a few. Macadamia nuts. Pecans, yes. Especially in pecan candy. Ooh! Nah, let me stop. At DS_rabbit. Why do you never answer my calls? LOL. Bro. Stop putting me on blast like this. You're exposing me, alright? I'm not trying to get canceled before I even start, alright, man? Calm down. But seriously. You know I've been busy, bro. I've been busy. I don't mean to miss your calls. I try to get back to you when I can, and it just doesn't always work out. But I'm hoping to have more time as Christmas break comes over to talk to you, and just to see what's going on and catch up on stuff. I'm hoping to do that with a lot of people after this semester ends, which will be very soon. I believe next week will be my last days of the semester, and I'm pretty excited about that. If you don't know who DS_rabbit is, he's also a close friend. He's also a homie. Please go support him. Follow him on Twitter and follow him on YouTube as well, because he's also on YouTube, and I have done a little music for him over there, or at least he's used some of my songs. So please go check him out. I'll probably have a card for it up at the top left or right or whatever side it is. Probably up there. Go check it out. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him, please. Please help me. I need him to forgive me for missing his calls. Go up there. Did you do it? It's good. You did well by me. At R3Tron or Retron, however you want me to pronounce that, on Twitter says, what's a good way for finding commission? What are some methods one could use to get commissions more frequently? Well, I don't really have personal experience from making commissions, but I do know people that have done commissions, and I can kind of give you the advice that they gave me whenever it came to making commissions. The first most important thing that I remember learning when I was looking into this with other people and just doing some research in general was building an audience. Like, you can't expect someone to come and pay money to you if you don't have what they're looking for, or if you don't have even like your own stuff to go off of. Like, for someone to come to you and say, hey, I want to commission you for something, means that they've seen your work and they like what you do and they know that you can do it well. So building your audience first and foremost, building your catalog, making sure that people know what you can do and what you are able to do, and that you're present, that you're very capable of doing what people might ask of you whenever they want to, give you their money. So build your audience, build your catalog, keep up the grind. Also, I almost forgot, make sure you're networking also. If you're networking, then you ought to be able to get connections to people that you never thought you would know. You never know who knows who, in this entangled web we're in that we call the internet. So just keep networking and making connections with people who you might not know too well, and get to know them, and you might get to know the people they know, and those people that they know might commission you for something or come to you for something, and there you go. Some opportunities will be right there for you. Thanks for the question. At Sudashi over on Twitter says, favorite fast food joint? Ooh. Excuse me. Wow. How ironic that I burped for that question, right? Favorite fast food joint is probably in between Waffle House and Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A is always good. You know, like I've never, unless you go to Chick-fil-A somewhere that like on LSU's campus, Chick-fil-A it's inconsistent, but like Chick-fil-A, like you go into the store, you know, closed on Sunday Chick-fil-A, they're always good. Like the customer service, I know they get memed on for, you know, my pleasure and whatnot, but like the customer service is good. The food's usually always good. I always have a good experience coming out of Chick-fil-A. You go to hang out with some friends or family at Chick-fil-A, you have fun. No bad customer service. They get to you fast. They get your food to you fast. All that kind of stuff. But Waffle House, for more cherished reasons, is also like a contender for my favorite fast food joint. If you want to call it a fast food joint, maybe you just want to call it a restaurant. I don't know, but I'll count it for the sake of this video. Because Waffle House, I've gone there with friends, like whether it be from church or from people I know from school or my family. I've gone literally with anyone I know well enough to Waffle House. And if I haven't been to Waffle House with you yet, then we need to go as soon as this pandemic ends. I'm serious. Like, I love Waffle House, and it's just cool eating there, you know? Thanks for that question. Next question. Who inspired you to make music? There's an artist named Gavi. He's a Christian hip-hop artist, and he inspired me to make music, I would say, because a little backstory here. Back in 2017, I went to what was known as a Positive Air One Hits tour, which was the touring of a lot of different Christian artists, like Skillet. They were headlining it. Skillet's one of my favorite bands, so of course I went to go see that. And Gavi ended up opening up for them. And if you don't know how to spell Gavi, G-A-W-V-I, Gavi. I went to go see the Positive Air One Hits tour, and there were a bunch of Christian artists there with Skillet, and Gavi opened up for the whole show, and he blew me away with his performance, the energy he brought, the difference in his sound compared to the contemporary music I'm used to hearing from these artists. It was something that blew me away. It's something that really inspired me to want to make something different, to make something, well, I wouldn't say different, but make something that I feel, you know, and I could see that through his music, that he was doing what he loved and doing what he felt, and not letting the industry get to him when it comes to what music he should have gone into when he first started, you know, when he first got his start. So yeah, Gavi all the way. God bless that man. I love that man. Like, not like as a brother, I love that man. He's awesome, you know. He also has the same birthday as I do, so like that's pretty dope. The last few questions we got here. Let's see here. Why did you start making music? Well, this kind of goes back to the previous question that I had I want to say around the beginning of the video, like why I wanted to start making music in the first place. And it was just I'll go over it quickly again. It was just to make people feel good, make people happy. And it's also something that I love doing, you know, because I love listening to music and feeling good when I'm singing it and bouncing along with it. And I want people to feel the same when they listen to my music. What's your favorite game? It's between Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which I played when I was a kid, because, you know, I love Sonic. And I would say Ori and the Will of the Wisps, or Ori and the Blind Forest, or if you know any Ori game, because that game is awesome. It's visually beautiful. It has amazing music, and it has a great story that's emotional, and you get to connect with the characters along their journey. And I'm hoping they make a third game, but Ori is like one of my favorite platformers of all time, along with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So I would say those two are also kind of up there with each other. I love platformers. And Super Smash Bros. Brawl, if you want to get on the non-platformer side, because I just love what that game had to offer. It gave us an awesome story mode, you know, Subspace Emissary, and that's what introduced the third-party characters that weren't Nintendo, like Sonic and Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. So, you know, that was, for nostalgic and for groundbreaking reasons, one of my favorite games of all time. It still is. What's our next collab? All right, well, our next collab, it could be either an EP or a track. And if it is an EP or a track, then maybe we could do Legend of Zelda type stuff, you know, because I've always wanted to mess with Legend of Zelda music, but I never got around to doing it. And finally, last question: what will be your next EP? Next EP. Well, I've been kind of giving some thought into that as we close out this year. I've been thinking about either doing an EP for Christmas, you know, to celebrate the holiday season, or doing an EP sometime early next year because I want to get more music out, and I want to, which is what I might end up doing. That I might do one Christmas song, and if I don't do that, I'll do something. I don't know yet. I don't want to let y'all know all my plans because I don't even know my own plans. So, my next EP will most likely be about something. Yeah, it'll be about something. But seriously, no, I wanna get some new music out. I hadn't done an EP in like 2 years. Like, it's been like since 2018, and I did 2 EPs and an album that year. I was clearly more active then because I was able to be. But you know, it is what it is. You know, some people fall out of it. But I'm hoping to do another EP real soon. Either, if not by the end of this year, by Christmas, then sometime early next year, so I can really hit the ground running next year. You know, we're trying to grow. We're trying to reach, you know, 300 followers. We're trying to get to 20K listens. You know, we're trying to get, you know, we're setting goals for ourselves out here. But that was the last question for this Q&A video, and I just want to say that it's been an awesome ride these past 3 years, because, like, seriously, I never would have thought, and this is gonna sound cliche and kind of corny, I get it, but I never would have thought that I would have been in this position with an active following, with this catalog of music, and with the people that I know. I wouldn't have thought that I would have been here, you know. And I have no one to thank but you, and certainly most of all God, because He's blessed me to even be able to be on this earth, to be able to make music for y'all to listen to. So I want to thank God. I want to thank y'all, my family, my friends, and I hope that we can keep enjoying this ride together as the years go on. So that being said, when's the next track coming out, or the next video on this channel? I don't know. Oh well, it is what it is. But we'll be doing something soon. I promise y'all. Okay, I want to get more new content out there. I have some sort of momentum over on Audius because people are following me, and I haven't posted anything over there in 3 months. But you know, I want to take that momentum and carry it for as long as I can go. I hope to get my momentum back on SoundCloud, and I hope to gain some momentum over on YouTube, because we all know how tough it is making on YouTube when you first start. So, you know, I'm hoping to get some momentum with this platform as well. But y'all, it's been a fun ride, and thanks again for making 3 years possible. I'll see you next year when it's 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, all of that, you know. So we're gonna do this together, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. God bless. Young Obed out.